Hey, welcome to Home Video Hangouts. I'm Cody and I have an exciting new walkthrough video for you today. Today I'm going to be walking through my best friend Matt's home theater and his collection of video games and movies so you can see what it's like compared to my setup, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with this video. So let's dive right into it. Alright, so here's my friend Matt. He's going to walk us through his home theater.
Hey, so welcome to my home, and let's take a look at some of the stuff I have here. So out here is my living room. The TV here is a 77-inch LG C3. I just bought it last year. Fantastic TV. Once you go OLED, you never go back. And it's just amazing for games. You know, it's 4K, of course, but also 120 hertz, variable refresh rate. The other cool thing is I can connect my computer. I can bring my computer out here, plug it into the TV, and it has NVIDIA G-Sync built in. And that's like the top tier, you know, variable refresh rate, syncing the refresh rate with the frame rate of the game. It looks amazing. So the TV is fantastic. As far as audio goes here, I got a 5.1 setup right now, and it works great for all the games and the content that I watch. So I am pushing like Atmos through it, so it does an Atmos sort of spatial, like surround sound in a 5.1 arrangement. And so I got Paradigm speakers up front here. So here's the floor standing speakers. These are Paradigm Monitor 7 version 2s. They got a 1-inch dome tweeter up here, and then two 5.5-inch woofers here. And I believe the crossover like mixes the bass and the mid-range in one or both of those. And then the port for airflow on the bottom. So these are very nice speakers. The center channel is kind of the same way. Pop the grill off this, it'll look very similar. Two 5.5-inch woofers, and then the titanium dome tweeter in the middle. And all that's powered by Denon receiver down here on the bottom, X2600H receiver. And I bought it, I think, in 2019, so it's pretty recent. It doesn't do 4K 120 hertz pass-through, but that's fine. I just feed it through the TV, the eARC, and the audio goes straight to the receiver, and it works just fine. Now, if you look behind you, I got my back speakers here are in the ceiling, and I just put those in last summer. And these are Paradigm speakers. I believe they're a 6.5-inch woofer with the nested tweeter in the middle. And I did that all myself, so that was quite a task. I had to go in the attic, run cable over here, down the wall over here, and I got binding posts against the wall. I don't know if, Cody, you can see down here, but I got the plugs coming out of the receiver, and I just plug them in right there. And it works super well. It turned out really well. I had a pretty neat project. So that was finally, last summer, made my setup here 5.1 with the back surround. So actually these speakers are set to the surround channel, not surround back, not height, but they are surround currently. I could just switch it around if I wanted to on the receiver, but right now front, center, and surround is what I have set up. And it works amazing, it works super well. It sounds really good. I got the PlayStation 5 hooked up to that, and I got a PS3, I got a couple other clone consoles here. Nintendo Switch, got some figurines, amiibos over here on the right or the left side of the thing, and I got this Cloud Strife on the Hardy Daytona from Final Fantasy VII, and I got a Zelda figurine over here on top of the speaker. So I've got quite a bit of a little video game collection here. Just I've been playing video games for a long time, since 80s, 90s, and it's just kind of accumulated, right? So it's a lot of fun, but so I can go in the other room here. I got a few more things. And then as we pass by, I got this is storage for all the controllers that I have. So there's just a bunch of wires, but here, just a whole bin of PS4 controllers, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. These are all my GameCube controllers. You got to have a lot of these. These even work on the newer Nintendo Switch. So these are good to have even currently, but they're made for the GameCube. I got N64 controllers. Already looked in there. Xbox controllers and Super Nintendo. Got quite a few of those. And then I got my Dreamcast and Genesis controllers down here. So, got quite a few. If you look way up here, I got even more boxes of video game stuff. You know, Nintendo Switch, the mini consoles, and that big box of Mario Odyssey. It was an extra thing for like a collector's edition.
What about these pictures you have on your wall?
Oh,
over
the
here?
pictures. Yeah, these are like kind of like 3D in a way, like layered. This is a picture of Secret of Mana on Super Nintendo. This is Final Fantasy VI. This is Super Metroid. There was some like online, like Etsy store selling these, and I thought they looked really cool. I played these games, and they were a lot of fun. I guess speaking of artwork, over here, got a couple more. Again, this is Final Fantasy VI on one of the airships. And down here on the bottom, we got the kind of overworld map for A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. And then this thing looks like some natural thing out of place. But if you look kind of closely, you see a fox in the bigger picture. There's a hare, there's a frog, and here's a hawk right here. So if you look closely, these little spaceships here, those are R-wings. So this is from Star Fox. But somebody did kind of this, you know, artistic, natural look to it. Pretty
Nice.
cool. So artwork, yeah. And across the way over here, we got this. This little piece is something I actually painted. Painted this in high school many years ago. And I originally just had it on this little canvas thing in the middle, but later I got it framed with a nice red frame on it, and it looks pretty cool. So,
Sweet.
Yeah. Little art there. And we'll come into my office den, if you might call it that. So I got a few things in here. Obviously, main thing is the computer setup with the monitor and the TV. Those are connected together on the computer. But I do store a bunch of games here. And if you look in the wall here, here's a bit of my collection of various games. And so, yeah, up here on the top, I got PS3 games. This is all the GameCube games. Below that, down here, I got PlayStation 2. And here's like Nintendo DS, 3DS. So a mix of those. And then down here, we got NES games. Got quite a few of those. And then a few more accessories down here. My original Super Nintendo game deck there. And some analog joysticks. For the Dreamcast. So I got two of these. This is the original one, and I've modded that one to look different. And then over here, I got a few more game consoles. So starting with the red one, here's a modded Dreamcast. And I just got this like a few years ago. I got into Dreamcast, and I got it, the new case on it. This is not a standard case. And got it modded with an HDMI plug. So it outputs in 1080p upscaled.
Check out the back of that.
Yeah. So right here, that tiny little port, that's a mini HDMI. And here's the plug, right? And then it kind of has this adapter. It goes into the normal sized HDMI. And then you just plug it in right there. It required some soldering, and I'm not very good at soldering. So I sent it to somebody who can do that. And they did. So got it. And same thing with the N64. Very similar plug. The one on the top, that's the original plug. And then they added in the HDMI board below it for the 1080p HDMI.
Nice.
And it looks really good. Very pixelated, but very sharp, very clear. Then I got this. That is the analog NT Mini Noir. And it's from a company called Analog. It's not Analog itself. It's fully digital. But yeah, so it comes from this company called Analog. I got a few other consoles out in the living room. But that one will play, it upscales NES games to 1080p. And it's like all metal, like hard. So pretty cool. Let's see. Lastly, I got the case here of some of my more special sort of items. Maybe some things that are just nostalgic to me, maybe a little more valuable, looks cool to display, so that kind of stuff. I guess start at the top here. I got the Sephiroth statue. That's from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so I just got that a couple months ago. Then I got this figure here from Elden Ring. Behind that, got a couple steel books from various games and the Mario Bros. Movie in the middle of it. Now then down here, I can open this up to remove some glare. And I got some Super Nintendo games. I got a couple Final Fantasy PlayStation collections. And I got these Dreamcast games that are actually a little bit valuable. I got Power Stone 2 behind it. And then behind that, I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. These two games here are worth, like, I want to say $150 each. So I want to put them in here and display them. Power Stone's maybe like $90 or so. So those are kind of hard to find, and they're a little bit expensive. But I gotta have them. They're really good games. Here's like a lot of like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Mario Bros. Stuff. This is the 35th anniversary Mario Bros. Pin set. This was, you can get this online. Like you had to redeem, I think, platinum points with Nintendo online store, and I managed to luck out and get those. It was kind of hard to get. And I love Bomberman. So in the back here, I got Bomberman 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And those are all Super Nintendo games. You might notice the back three, they look a little different. Those are mainly for the Super Famicom that was only released in Europe or Japan. Those did not come out in North America. So got them anyways. They look really cool, and I love Bomberman. And I got this Bomberman 3 case over here in the back. And then Micro Mages is an interesting kind of game. This was an NES game, or it is an NES game, and it was released in 2019. So this just came out a few years ago by like a third-party studio. Just an indie studio wanted to make this game with, like, you can actually play 4 players. So that one's kind of cool. Below that, got a few more Nintendo things. I got these newer Game & Watch games. These just came out a few years ago. Nintendo re-released them with like their classic Game & Watch. And then right here on the right, here's an original Game & Watch. This is made in like the 80s sometimes, so this is a Mario Bros. Game. It still works. Got a couple scratches on it, but still works. And got a Game Boy Color. And then in the back here, you notice I got Chrono Trigger, the original cartridge. This one I bought like originally, but way back in the day. And that game's worth a bit now. And then Mario RPG is also worth a bit now. So those are both excellent games. And then last but not least, down here on the bottom, I got a couple collectible things from Starfield. That just came out last year, so I got the Starfield Constellation Edition with the watch that it comes with. Actually, a smartwatch that'll like actually works. Kind of cool. And then this neat case with it, and this little cred stick. So kind of neat little collectible things. This thing on the left, my sister's been to Super Nintendo World, which is at Universal Studios. So she got me this Mario watch here, and the power-up band. You can actually use it to interact with things at the park. And yeah, so that's that there.
What kind of gaming PC do you have here?
Well, I built this about a year and a half ago, and I've been building computers for years. And actually, if I take it out, see a little more inside there. So it's got an AMD Ryzen 5800X 3D. If you know what that is, it's a really good CPU. So that's a CPU in there, and then the graphics card is an RTX 4070. Very good graphics card. Plays games really well. So I don't go for like the top tier stuff. You know, like the 4090 is the best thing you can get, but 4070 is still very good. So, and I use it to play games. My monitor here, 1440p monitor, and also it's hooked up to the TV on the right here. So this is the right monitor, that's the left monitor, and yeah, I'll play games on the PC. Sometimes games through Steam, and also Xbox Game Pass for PC. I'll play some Xbox games on the PC, and so it kind of serves two purposes: gaming with Steam, and also like backup. It's also another Xbox.
And you got some more art on the wall here?
Yeah, I got a couple more things here. I forget where I got the Nintendo Switch art things. The Smash Ultimate, and then Mario Odyssey, My friend bought this for me, I think for Christmas or my birthday years ago. The kind of fuzzy looking Mario with the polygons and stuff. Pretty cool thing. And then down here with the Bowser, actually I got that from a video game convention that's here in Sacramento. It's called SAC Gamers Expo. It's every December. And a couple years ago they had the guy who voiced Bowser come out to the convention, and he was signing. So Kenny James is the name, so he signed that, and I got that framed. So I got a couple more games here. I got the PlayStation games. This is not all of my PlayStation games. These are the only ones that I have in jewel cases. I have a CD wallet with a bunch of other ones. But I bought these off a friend a while ago. And so the cases were really beat up, so I bought brand new jewel cases, so they look really nice now. They got Wii games here. A bunch of these are games that I originally owned, like Mario Galaxy, Smash Brawl. So those are really good games. And this is a Dreamcast, sort of. It's empty. There's nothing in it. So this was the original shell that the red one over there was in. But I took it out of this case and put it in the red shell. Here's my Wii. I haven't played that much lately, but I gotta have it in the collection. And then a few more things up here, and then some boxes for the Final Fantasy Rebirth, Starfield Constellation Edition, Elden Ring, and good old Nergigante from Monster Hunter is topping off the shelf there. All right, so I don't have too much else. I've seen a lot of it, but come over here. We'll see a few more things. Here's my movie collection. This is all of it. You know, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Cody's massive wall of movies, but this is all I got. I'm more of a video game guy. So I just have kind of picked out 4Ks for movies that I really like and I feel others might like, you know, if I wanted to watch movies with a few friends. But these are the ones I picked up, you know, recently in the past few years. You know, and I've gotten rid of most of my DVDs, the 1080p Blu-rays. Actually, I gave a bunch of them to Cody, or sold or gave away to Cody. So I'm sure you've probably seen a few of the movies I used to own in Cody's collection now.
And tell us why The Fifth Element, why you have the best edition there.
Yeah, so I got the Fifth Element. This is the Studio Canal version. And I've always been sort of like, I want to get the best copy of a movie, right? And especially if these movies are kind of older, they were filmed like either on film or they were filmed in some other sort of format, and I want to get the best sort of upscaling to like the current 4K that's possible. So I heard there's a few versions of this 4K for this movie for The Fifth Element, and I heard Studio Canal is the best one, so I bought it and I watched a little bit of it, and it looks amazing. So it looks very, very good. So really pretty good 4K restoration here. Another one that was a really good 4K restoration, It's a Wonderful Life. This is a movie from the 1940s. Of course, back then it was on film. So what they did is they just scanned the film, and you get a crystal sharp 4K, even in HDR. It's pretty amazing. It just looks really, really good. And I mean, this is the best way to watch this movie, you know. So this is really looks really good on 4K. And then a couple other my favorites: Starship Troopers. I got the Steelbook. So the Steelbook looks really cool. I kind of wanted to get this because I've been playing a video game lately. It's called the Helldivers, and Helldivers takes quite a bit of inspiration from Starship Troopers. So if you're familiar with Starship Troopers, Helldivers is basically Starship Troopers the video game.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm also a big Christopher Nolan fan. I gotta say, Interstellar is probably my favorite movie right now. I mean, this movie is a true masterpiece, and it looks amazing in 4K, and it's such a good movie. It's my favorite movie right now. So I really like Christopher Nolan's movies. I saw Oppenheimer. Don't have that one yet. Maybe someday I'll pick up that 4K.
Got that one in my collection.
Yeah. And then besides that, I have a few Blu-rays that I wanted to keep. You know, so I got Inception, another Christopher Nolan movie, Iron Man: Independence Day. I got the Interstellar Blu-ray here, so I don't know, compatibility reasons. Iron Man 2, Unstoppable. I like trains, so this is I kind of like this movie, and it's not in 4K, so I'm keeping the Blu-ray. And some more video game movies. Got Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, Final Fantasy Advent Children. These are only in Blu-ray, I believe, so I gotta have those. And I like the original Star Trek series of movies, so I got the whole set here up to Star Trek 6 and Star Trek. Oh, what's that last one? Last one's something else. Anyways, that's all my movies. Much quicker than Cody's walkthrough for the movies, I gotta say that. And beyond that, there's not much else. I got a GameCube in here, another Xbox, and a few Xbox games. I never collected too many Xbox games, but that's what I have now. I was always a lot more of a PlayStation and Nintendo gamer, so I got a bunch of those games.
And we can't forget the Android pillow. Sorry,
Yeah.
Apple fans. All right, so that was a full walkthrough of my friend Matt's house and all of his video game collection, his movie collection, his whole home theater setup. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to make this video, and I hope to do more home theater walkthroughs with you in the future. But make sure, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe button down below to stay updated on my latest videos releasing, and I'll have more videos coming your way. Thanks for watching.